Are your prized fruit trees turning up empty-handed? You might be making some critical mistakes that are holding back your harvest. Don't worry, we've all been there. Welcome to Don't Do This Guide, where we cut through the confusion and help you grow a healthier, happier garden. If you want more no-nonsense tips, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Alright, let's talk about something that seems super basic but trips up a lot of gardeners watering. We all know fruit trees need water, but too much of a good thing can spell disaster. Think about it, roots need to breathe. When the soil is constantly soggy, it creates this airless environment where harmful bacteria can thrive. That's a recipe for root rot, my friends, and it's not pretty. You'll start to see signs like yellowing leaves, stunted growth, and even branch dieback. Not the kind of fruit tree glow-up we're going for. The key here is well-draining soil. Before you even plant, make sure your soil isn't a clay bathtub that holds onto water forever. Amend it with compost, perlite, whatever it takes to improve drainage. And don't go crazy with the watering can. Stick your finger into the soil a couple of inches deep. If it feels moist, hold back. If it's dry, give it a good soak. Remember, it's better to underwater slightly than to overwater and risk those precious roots. Trust me, your fruit trees will thank you for it. Now let's dive into the slightly more technical but equally important world of soil pH. This is one of those topics that might sound intimidating at first, but trust me, it's actually pretty straightforward, and it can make a world of difference for your fruit trees. Don't worry, I'm not going to get all sciencey on you, but understanding this basic concept can make a huge difference in your fruit tree game. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, knowing about soil pH gives you a real edge. Think of pH as a measure of how acidic or alkaline your soil is. The pH scale runs from 0 to 14, with 7 being neutral. Anything below 7 is considered acidic, and anything above is alkaline. It's a simple number, but it tells you a lot about what's happening underground. Fruit trees are a bit picky and prefer a slightly acidic environment, usually around 6.0 to 6.5. This range helps them absorb nutrients efficiently, leading to stronger growth, greener leaves, and of course, better fruit. Why does this matter? Well, if the pH is off, your trees can't properly absorb the nutrients they need from the soil. Even if you're diligently fertilizing, you might be adding the best compost or fertilizer, but if the pH isn't right, those nutrients just aren't available to the roots. It's like setting a delicious meal in front of someone who can't taste. They're getting the food, but they're not getting the full benefit. Your trees might look okay for a while, but over time, you'll notice yellowing leaves, stunted growth, or poor fruit production. The good news is testing your soil pH is super easy. You can grab a soil test kit online or at your local garden center. These kits are affordable, simple to use, and give you results in just a few minutes. Some even come with handy charts to help you interpret the numbers. Once you know your pH, you can adjust it accordingly. It's a bit like tuning an instrument. Small tweaks can make a big difference in the overall harmony of your garden. For acidic soil, adding lime can help raise the pH. Lime is easy to apply and works gradually, so you don't have to worry about shocking your plants. For alkaline soil, sulfur or peat moss can lower it. These amendments help bring the pH down slowly, making the soil more welcoming for your fruit trees. It might take a little trial and error, but getting that pH balance right is like giving your fruit trees a VIP pass to nutrient heaven. With the right pH, your trees will thrive, reward you with beautiful blossoms, and produce the juiciest, most flavorful fruit you can imagine. So don't skip this step. Your orchard will thank you. Let's talk about pruning, shall we? Pruning is one of those gardening skills that can seem mysterious at first, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes second nature. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, understanding the basics of pruning can make a world of difference for your fruit trees. Now, pruning might seem intimidating at first, but trust me, it's like giving your fruit trees a much-needed haircut. Just as a good trim can refresh your own look, a thoughtful pruning session can rejuvenate your trees, helping them grow stronger and bear more fruit. It's not just about aesthetics. Pruning is essential for the long-term health and productivity of your orchard. Done right, it keeps them healthy, encourages more fruit production, and prevents them from becoming a tangled mess. Overgrown branches can block sunlight and airflow, which are both crucial for fruit development and disease prevention. A well-pruned tree is a happy tree, and happy trees reward you with delicious harvests year after year. But here's the catch. Timing is everything. Knowing when to prune is just as important as knowing how. The right timing helps your tree heal quickly and sets it up for a productive season ahead. Pruning at the wrong time of year can stress out your trees, make them more susceptible to diseases, and even reduce your harvest. For example, pruning too late in the season can encourage new growth that gets damaged by frost, while pruning too early can leave wounds exposed to harsh winter weather. The general rule of thumb is to prune during the dormant season when your trees are taking a little siesta. This is when the tree's energy is stored in the roots, and cuts will heal more efficiently. Plus, with no leaves in the way, you can clearly see the structure of the branches. For most fruit trees, this means late winter or early spring, before they start pushing out new growth. This timing helps the tree direct its energy into healthy new shoots and blossoms, setting the stage for a bountiful harvest. However, there are some exceptions, so it's always a good idea to do a little research on the specific type of fruit tree you have. Some trees, like apricots or cherries, may benefit from summer pruning to avoid certain diseases. Always check the best practices for your particular variety. When pruning, focus on removing dead, diseased, or damaged branches first. These branches can sap energy from the tree and provide entry points for pests and pathogens. By clearing them out, you're giving your tree a fresh start. Then, look for any crossing or overcrowded branches that are competing for sunlight and airflow. Branches that rub against each other can cause wounds, making the tree vulnerable to infection. Thinning out these areas helps the tree breathe and lets light reach all parts of the canopy. Remember, we want to open up the canopy and let that sunshine in. Good airflow and sunlight are key to preventing fungal diseases and ensuring your fruit ripens evenly. Think of it as creating a welcoming environment for your future harvest. And don't be afraid to make clean cuts. Jagged or torn cuts can slow healing and invite disease, so take your time and aim for smooth, precise snips. A sharp pair of pruning shears is your best friend here. Keep your tools clean and well maintained, and your trees will thank you with years of healthy growth and abundant fruit. Okay, let's talk about those pesky critters and unwelcome guests that can wreak havoc on your fruit trees, pests and diseases. Now, I'm not trying to alarm you, but a little vigilance goes a long way in protecting your precious harvest. The key here is early detection. Think of yourself as a fruit tree detective, regularly inspecting your trees for any signs of trouble. Are the leaves looking chewed on or discolored? Are there any weird spots or growths on the branches? These could be telltale signs of pests or diseases setting up shop. And just like with human health, prevention is always better than cure. One of the best things you can do is to keep your trees healthy and vigorous in the first place. Strong trees are better equipped to fight off pests and diseases. So make sure they're getting enough water, nutrients, and sunlight. And don't forget about good air circulation. Overcrowded branches can create a humid environment where diseases love to party. If you do spot a problem, don't panic. There are plenty of organic and conventional treatment options available. One of the most common mistakes I see gardeners make is planting the wrong fruit tree for their climate. It's like trying to grow pineapples in Alaska. It's just not going to end well. Different fruit trees have different chilling requirements, which means they need a certain number of hours of cold temperatures during the winter to set fruit properly. If you plant a variety that needs a lot of chill hours in a warm climate, it's going to struggle to produce fruit. On the flip side, if you plant a low-chill variety in a cold climate, it might bloom too early and get hit by a late frost. Talk about a recipe for heartbreak. So, before you even head to the nursery, do your homework. Find out your USDA hardiness zone and research which fruit tree varieties thrive in your area. Trust me, it's much better to put in a little research up front than to be disappointed later on. And don't be afraid to ask for help at your local nursery or extension office. They're a wealth of knowledge and can point you in the right direction. Last but not least, let's talk about feeding your fruit trees. Fertilizing is one of the most important steps you can take to ensure your trees grow strong, healthy, and productive. Whether you're growing apples, peaches, or plums, giving your trees the right nutrients at the right time can make all the difference in the quality and quantity of your harvest. Just like us, trees need a balanced diet to thrive. They rely on a variety of nutrients from the soil to fuel their growth, produce leaves, flowers, and of course, delicious fruit. Without proper nutrition, even the best cared for trees can struggle to reach their full potential. But here's the thing, over-fertilizing can be just as bad as under-fertilizing. It's tempting to think that more food equals more fruit, But that's not always the case. Too much fertilizer can actually harm your trees and the environment. Too much of a good thing can lead to excessive leafy growth at the expense of fruit production. When trees get too much nitrogen, for example, they put their energy into growing leaves and branches instead of flowers and fruit. And nobody wants a fruit tree that's all show and no go, right? A tree full of leaves but bare of fruit can be a real disappointment after months of care and anticipation. So how do you find that sweet spot? The key is to understand your tree's needs and your soil's natural fertility. Every garden is different, and what works for one tree might not work for another. First off, get to know your soil. Healthy soil is the foundation of a healthy tree, and knowing what's in your soil helps you make better decisions about fertilizing. A soil test can tell you what nutrients are already present and what's lacking. It's a simple step that can save you time, money, and frustration down the road. Many local garden centers or extension offices offer soil testing services. Fruit trees are generally hungry for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, often referred to as NPK. These three nutrients are essential for healthy roots, strong growth, and abundant fruiting. You'll see these three numbers on fertilizer labels, indicating the ratio of each nutrient. For example, a bag labeled October 10th 10 contains equal parts of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. For established fruit trees, a balanced fertilizer with an NPK ratio of 10-10-10 or something similar is a good starting point. This provides a steady supply of nutrients without overwhelming the tree. Apply fertilizer in early spring, just as the trees are starting to wake up from their winter slumber. This is when they need the most energy to support new growth and set fruit for the coming season. And remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution. Start with a modest amount and avoid piling fertilizer right up against the trunk, which can damage the tree. Start with a little less fertilizer than you think you need and see how your trees respond. Watch for healthy, steady growth and adjust your approach as needed. With a little attention and care, your fruit trees will reward you with bountiful harvests. There you have it. 6 costly mistakes to avoid so your fruit trees can flourish. From mastering the art of watering and understanding the importance of soil pH, to pruning like a pro and becoming a pest-fighting ninja, you're well on your way to a bountiful harvest. If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more actionable gardening guides and leave a comment with your biggest fruit tree challenge. Happy growing!